How do we reconcile between the need for emotional release, emotional expression, and doing that in a healthy way, along with the need for emotional regulation? So, to start, let's set the foundation. The first thing is to realize that our emotions, actions, and thoughts are a triangle, and they all are intertwined and they impact one another, right? So, if these are your thoughts, these are your actions, and these are your emotions, they all are intertwined and play a role with one another. So, if you're angry, the thoughts that are going to go through your mind are going to be thoughts that support that anger, and your actions are going to respond to that anger. You're going to respond in an angry way. And so, how do we navigate that feeling along with releasing it in a healthy way and emotionally regulating ourselves? When we talk about emotional regulation, it's important for our own health, but it is primarily important for our relationships. And so that's where actions play a role. Emotional regulation has to do with action. There's nothing wrong with feeling the feeling. There's nothing wrong with behaving in response to that feeling in a way that's healthy. That's perfectly fine. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us with these feelings. They're signals that we need to pay attention to because they indicate that there's a need. But what we do with that feeling is what we're held accountable for. And that's where emotional regulation is so important. Because somebody who feels angry and responds in anger, what happens in their relationship with the other person? It's damaged. But a person who feels that anger, like we all do, but responds to that anger in a way that's healthy, whether it's taking a deep breath, whether it's taking a break, whether it's talking through that anger in a productive way, what happens to that relationship with that person? Now that they've emotionally regulated themselves in a positive way, that relationship actually can get deeper. So emotional regulation is about how we choose to respond to the feelings, and it's something that's really praiseworthy for us as Muslims to navigate those emotions in a way that's pleasing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through our actions.